my twin sister was pregnant, and when she was pregnant, the guy has started beating her up. But even nail with his own nails on top of her belly.
Knowing that
we are now in court. And she came in with the husband. We are no longer in speaking terms.
You thought
she's
fine.
not even greeting me because she's scared of the husband. I found out this guy is very dangerous. He actually applied for a gun. So the lawyer, the guy had already told him, you are not going to win the case. You must prepare a file.
So he came with cash ready.
My twin sister borrowed money at her workplace.
No way.
I watched my twin sister paying the 10,000 that was asked for a fine. 2 years we were not in speaking terms because of that.
Is she still married?
I've been through the most. Been through the most.
Hello, Sunfam. Welcome to yet another episode of I've Been Through the Most podcast right here on Centtwinz TV. And whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, welcome. We're so honored to have you all global citizens, listen, I become so excited when I see you guys watching from all over the world. It makes us so excited. Another exciting thing is when we are traveling and then we meet you guys in person. Even more of a blessing
Even
because
better.
we traveled to Botswana and Lesotho recently, and we're going to visit Asian countries. Believe it or not,
We have audiences.
we have
everywhere.
audiences, and they're like, "We watch your podcast. Welcome."
Hello, Zambia. It was Zambia and Namibia that we
Yes.
did not shout out the last time. And we see you. We see the flags. Of course, South Africa, from all different parts of South Africa. We acknowledge you and we celebrate you. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure that you subscribe and you join the Send Fam. It's absolutely free. You don't pay anything, but we do have a target, Millicent,
Yes.
of reaching 500,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Do you see that? The fives, 2025, 500K by the end of 2025, and we believe we can definitely do it. But of course, you have to click on that button. It will cost you nothing. And of course, if you want to support the ministry, we call it a ministry. Yes, we do. You can click on that join button. There's different tiers that you can commit to say, this is how I choose to support you guys. Continue spreading the good news, inspiring us and motivating us with your incredible production.
Yes.
And we are also available on our different social media platforms. We know you love them social, so we are there too. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is where we post our pictures as well as our promos. So make sure you are there and liking and sharing and following. We appreciate it a lot. When I see some people in the comment section, Millicent, and they say, I'm coming here from YouTube. And I'm like, yay. And when you're here and you're saying, I'm coming here, from the comment section on other platforms, and then you land it up here, it really is incredible. And of course, as Millicent said, on your digital platforms as well. When you're doing those long distance drives or you're driving to work, please do make sure that you listen to the podcast there as well. Okay, let's get to the story. Today's story is like no other. I don't know what it is, Millicent. Lately, we're having twins come on the show. And and our guest today is a twin, but of course she will get in depth and in detail about the story. We're having a conversation off camera, and I can tell you this, it's already so intriguing. Okay, so Sis Pulane is here, and she is here to share her story. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Pulane Bikwani. I'm currently staying in the Val. I'm working this side. I am originally from Vialkom in the Free State. Born and bred there.
Okay.
I have a twin sister.
Hey, Twenty.
Thank you. Hey, my story, ne? We grew up at home. There was my mom. It was just us, my mom and we are 4 siblings. It's only girls.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's only girls. It's my elder sister, which is 12 years older. And then it's myself and my twin sister and the last born.
Oh, so you are the middle set.
Yes, we are the middle
so there's
set.
one
We have,
before the twins and one after the twins.
Yes, this one, after the twins, one they call it Fusi.
Oh.
Fusi Amafahla.
Okay.
Mafusi. When you will always hear people saying Kifusi because utla after the twins.
Okay.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, is
Same
it?
here.
So
It's the
you
first
don't have
time I hear
muthu
that.
otlang after you
I
guys?
do. I mean, I have no with us. No, it's just us from our
For my mom.
Oh, is it?
For my mom.
For my mom.
For
And
my
then-
dad,
But
no.
there's, even from dad, there's no one else after us. It's just us.
No, but it
I
must-
have twins. I have twin boys. And then I have a
Oh.
girl after the twins.
That's fusi yamafahla.
Ah. Like it's like the follower of the twins or something. What is it?
Yes.
Okay.
The follower of the twins. That's why Baba beats a fusi yamafahla.
Ah,
Interesting. First time I hear that. We have learned something
There's a
today.
lot to learn about twins.
There's so
A
many
lot.
mysteries about
Yeah,
twins.
there's
I
many
mean, you
mysteries.
can't finish it.
Yeah.
We can literally have an entire podcast on twins.
Yes.
And not only just normal conversations, like extraordinary stories about twins, because
They
the
will shock
mysteries that lie with twins. You are special. You're not just. Okay, let's get into the story. Can you introduce us to your story? I know your story is quite a lengthy one,
it
and
is.
but yeah, can you take us through it?
I want to focus haholo on myself and my twin sister.
Okay.
Growing up, we were very close. Since there was not a father figure in the family, my mom was working in the kitchens since we were born. And we were being raised by my grandmother from my maternal side.
Okay.
And, okay, she was always there, but the person that was taking care of us full time, it was my grandmother.
Okay.
Yes, because Akiriana, she goes to work, she comes back.
Okay.
And yeah, we like I was raised by very, very, very strict people. From my grandmother to my mother.
They were strict.
Very strict. So basically, fortunate for us, Runa, when we were growing up, we didn't even go to taverns. We didn't even get a chance to, even the place that we were growing up, it was very rough.
Okay.
So, nje, if
they're
you
just
risk it,
protective,
Yeah.
ne?
if you risk it, starting in the night, you do it at your own risk. I remember when I was still growing up at the age of 10, 11, I used to listen to Ntate Chomani, who used to be a radio presenter at City FM. He would always call Velcom small Josie because it was very rough. So, nje, you risking your life, we had people like from Lesotho, Baba Bita, Marashia, who would yes, but that if you go and attend a night vigil when there's a funeral, when you come back the next morning, there's a story that there's women found killed, raped, where Baba Kenze body bottle, you know, and nje really in a cage, we were protected.
Okay.
Yes, in a way, but they were very strict. And growing up, we were twins that we were never sick. We were never been taken in and out of hospitals or doctors. But I was born in Katlung. Like, it was, my mom was from some maplasing, some farm,
Like
and
rural areas,
rural areas, yes.
Okay.
But asebetsa welcome. And she came at home and gave birth, not knowing that she's carrying twins. Remember, there were no sonars, there were no gyners, there were no
So a
your
natural
antenatal.
birth at home
Yes,
with twins.
with twins,
With no
and no one
doctor
knows that
present.
the woman is pregnant with twins because listen, there's no antenatal, there's no your gynae, you're not attending your sonar, you are
didn't know
just
until the
pregnant.
day.
Yes, and she's saying the only thing that used to bother her is that she is late though, but the only thing that used to bother her is that, because we are not the firstborn, there's a firstborn. My belly is not as big as the first one.
first
This one is very big, and I cannot even bend. Like, and you know, she must. If she was bathing. I remember her telling me that her elder brother that she comes after used to wash her feet whenever she finishes
'Cause she
bathing.
couldn't.
She would call her elder brother, come and wash my feet, because she can't reach her feet because the
Bailey was so
very big. But they didn't know that it's twins because remember, you will be told by your gynae or your doctors that you're carrying twins. So I was born first, and my twin sister came after. And as my grandmother narrates the story, she says, after I was born, they were expecting the placenta to come out. So it's plus or minus a minute to 2 minutes in between. of our birth.
Oh.
Because now the baby has come. After the baby has come, now you must concentrate on the placenta.
On the placenta coming out,
Yes.
yes.
And when they were busy asking my mom, push, expecting the placenta, there came my twin
another
sister.
baby.
Yes. You understand? So we are like 1 or 2 minutes apart the birth, but I was born first. And then it was like, wow, it's twins, and we are the first twins in the family.
Wow.
So it was like,
So a
big
shock.
and we are
Surprise.
still the twins that are left in the family, because my uncle, from my mom's side, they are 14. He's late, but when he was still alive, he had like 6 sets of twins, two. But
One person,
one
6 sets.
person, my uncle, yes.
Yes.
Those twins, I remember the only ekinangli a memory abona. When they passed on, they were like a year or 2.
Oh.
It was mysterious
so they were
because,
young.
but we were still kids. We were in primary, and it was a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And the boy passed on first. And I didn't really see their funeral because we were in primary. And Banaba Patwa was during the week, and we were expected to go to school. So we will come back from school and the funeral is over.
done.
And the first one, the boy passed on first. 2 days later, this one, Lena, she passed on, and like they were not sick, but I don't know what happened. It's in Boma 1989, 1990. You see,
they were so
and
young.
I didn't see both of those twins' funeral, but they are from home. They are my uncles. And then as years goes by, he had other twins, but never stillbirth, which is 4 of them, 2. So, yeah, from my mother's side, family had the twins, but there's 6 I'm talking about has passed on, didn't even live to see.
So all those twins are now late.
Yes, because
you guys
remember
are the only ones.
Yes.
From all those twins.
From all those twins, remember the first twins of my uncles, they lived up to 2 years plus or minus.
Yes, so
and
still very young.
Yes, but this
The
other
rest
4,
didn't
they
even
stillbirth.
live.
Stillbirth
Yes.
it's when ngwana a hlaya a hlokafetse.
Yes,
And then
they don't
there
even
must be a
live.
funeral, but it's a stillbirth.
Such trauma.
Nah, it didn't traumatize me because I was young.
You didn't understand.
Yes, I didn't understand. But here we are the only living twins in the family. And the reason I'm here also is that I always pray to God that I don't want twins I'm done with making babies. But from my, when they say generation to
Why?
generation, hey, I'm going to tell you my story.
Okay.
Because
Because a lot of twins want twins also.
No, I don't even want it from my kids. The pain that I went through.
Yeah.
So we grew up, and as we were growing up as normal kids, special kids, of course, things like inverted commas. My mom is working for this white man. I keep to mention a little bit. I love him so much. He's still alive. He's an old man now. He brought us up as a father figure because my mom was working for him. And he loved twins, so he loved us. So at the Arieta, remember back then, at school, the standards, the grades were called standards.
Standards, yes.
Yes. So when we were doing standard 3 in primary, he started calling us in, the white man, to teach us work. And we were those kids that specifically myself and my twin sister, every weekend, now we go to the white man's house. He had a very huge garden, like he had a plot. Okay. So we would be working there with him, Gadi weekends. It's either he's planting, we are helping him plant your spinach, your potatoes, your tomato. If it's time for harvesting, we will help him rinse it up, even the fruits, and only to find that he's actually training us. Because we thank God that we don't know a father figure, because my mom didn't really expose us to a stepfather.
Okay.
So I would say our stepfather was the white man, because he was the one that was doing basically everything for us. Yes. And we grew up kanto eo that now we are working at the weekends. This weekend it's my twin sister. The other weekend it's myself. We exchange weekends, and my mom is home. Okay. When it's during school holidays, we even go during the week. It was a white man that was brought up in the farms, Rustenburg. So he came and lived in Welkom. So he came with his experience, being brought up in the farm, and he was still exploring it while he was a pharmacist. He owns a pharmacy. He's a pharmacist. And
how old were you then?
From standard 3.
So you were so young, though.
Yeah,
But
and
you
I'm
were
proud of
working.
him, and I love him so much.
Wow.
And
But I think as a child, you'd enjoy an activity.
I
like that.
enjoyed everything.
Yeah,
I'm not even ashamed to tell the world how I grew up, because really, my story, it was we were not ashamed. My elder sister he used to call her also. He knew that my mom has an elder daughter, but she refused. She would say, no, what will my friends say? Remember, I said she is 12 years older. So she was already in a relationship or in your adolescent stage. So she felt ashamed of people will say, I'm working in the kitchen and all that. But for us, it didn't bother us as we grow now as teenagers, because it's something that we've been doing from we were little. Yes. And coming to, we grew up, and there was my grandmother involved, who we were with full time. And she had when she passed on 1998. I remember on her burial day, she had 36 grandchildren. But others were not there. We couldn't, but whom were present were 36. And I happened to be the favorite. I happened to be the favorite. We were like this.
Very
And
close.
remember, Muto, she was very strict. She was spitting fire whenever she scolds you. She will never beat you up. But her scolding you, it's enough. It's enough. You know, and to an extent that, when we got to high school, the white man called us, myself and my twin sister, because we're a little bit older now. And he said, listen, I'm getting married, and my wife is pregnant, and my fiance is pregnant. No, she's coming in to move in. And now I need, in our language, we call it slap. Like my mom needs to
a sleep in.
Yeah. Adoita a sleep in. Are you comfortable with it? And we were like, no, it's fine. Our grandmother is there. Remember, at first, my mom used to go to work and come back in the afternoon, years. And then when we reached high school, she now started doing your slap, the sleep in.
Older,
Yes. And he promised us that, don't worry, I will do everything for you. So we used to live in the area, the unsettlement in the sheds, and he bought my mom a house, a 4-roomed house. Yes, he loved us, that old man. I always appreciate him whenever I go home and I go to the pharmacy, even though now he has retired, his firstborn has taken over. He also did a pharmacy in Pretoria, Tuty, and he's taken over because the pharmacy is being owned by the father, and he's also a pharmacist. So, and we didn't stop working for him. Now we are even doing the house chores. Because now we are older.
Yes.
That's how we were trained. We know how to cook. We know my mom was a good cook. She had 2 certificates. She had a baking certificate. She had a cooking certificate. The children of this white man, whenever it's their birthdays, the wife would just say, Lydia, just tell me the ingredients, and she would be writing. The cake will come from my mom, from the oven. They used to eat a cake that is made from
Freshly
home.
baked.
Yeah, freshly baked, because so she cooking was from home. She came with it because her mother, my grandmother, was a good cook. So at high school now it involves a lot of things. We are in high school, we are working for this white man, we are at school, and then the hiccups in between. We are starting to date, even though I started dating very late, because I would say I was very shy from boys. I was that person that even when I am sent Koshopong, I would come back, I didn't even reach Koshopong, and I would say to my mom,
Because you see,
yes, and those machines that they used to play Koshopong, and always it's the Koshopong is full of boys, and when you enter, they are like, hey, and I just didn't stand that. So I would come back, kisa ireka, whatever that I'm sent to buy, and my mom noticed, and she said, Wena, Every time when I send you to the shop, you come back, but whenever I send my other kids, they come back with it. Yes. And then that's when our characters as individuals and twins started manifesting, started showing up. She's dating very early, I think, when we got to, because Runa, the grades were introduced when we were already in high school.
Yeah.
Yes. Now the standards are no more standards. It's called grade 8. I think when we were in grade 8 or grade 9, she started dating, and I'm not dating. But we grew up playing. We played. We had an opportunity, not like the kids of today. We were playing netball. We were playing basketball. She was very involved in soccer. And when we got to high school, now I was picked by a ma'am Koskolong, that she used to be in charge of the beauty pageant program. So she picked me in class. Arwena, you are teaming your beauty pageant. So I left everything like your netball, your basketball and everything, and I focused on yes. So I was doing beauty pageant, and I used to attend your extra classes after school. I remain. We are practicing and all that, and Yena, she would go home because she's going for practice. It's her soccer and whatever. Okay. Now our characters are now appearing who's who.
Yes.
And fast track, when we were doing, I think, grade 11, she met this guy. This guy was a grade ahead of us, and I won't mention his name also.
Yes.
And they were dating. I didn't like the guy because I didn't understand. The guy was in the same school with us, and my twin sister was dating the other guy from another secondary, and that guy happens to be a friend to this one.
Sure.
Now this one is busy telling my twin sister that your boyfriend is seeing another girl somewhere. One, like, I don't know, he wanted my twin sister to leave that guy for him. And it happened exactly like that. So I didn't like it. I didn't approve it or approve of it. And suddenly I'm seeing my twin sister, she's now dating this guy. And I'm like, why are you dating Sidiso's friend? And she was like, no, he used to tell me that Sidiso was doing this and this and this and this and this. And okay, and I normally express myself whenever I disapprove or I do not like. I don't know how to pretend. I'm an open book. And one thing, Karuna, she grew up with liking friends, even from primary, high school, group of friends. And now I was one person, I want one friend at a time. And even today, I'm still like that. Even today, she's still amongst a group of people. She likes friends.
We are different.
We are now. That's why I'm saying
she's more social.
Yes,
Yeah.
And growing up as person that from primary, I used to write, your Dipina, your songs, Bo Maria Carey, Bo Celine Dion, their songs. I used to write. I liked writing and writing and writing and writing. And it used to keep me busy. After school, I'm not ghostwriting. Remember, I'm doing beauty pageant. Now, writing keeps me indoors after school. Until such a time where I stopped writing your Bo Maria Carey songs, I started writing my own lyrics. And me liking Nikirata, I used to like R&B, rap. I practiced rapping myself on my own. And like whenever I'm alone, I'm practicing. When I came out the other day, as we were growing up, that's when we started having those groups. Yeah, we are having a group of people. I was exposed to people that are miming because I'm doing beauty pageant. I will be backstage, your swimwear and all that. After that, your evening, your whatever that I will be wearing, I'm going to mime, freestyle, rap, my own lyrics. So, now she's that person for soccer and dating. Okay, it's fine. And now I think I started dating doing grade 10 to grade 11. That's when I started dating.
Yeah.
And this guy that she was dating, as I didn't like, we were never friends. I don't remember myself. I just didn't like him. So after school, after matric, I thought maybe batla khawana now because we're going separate ways. We are done with school. No, they didn't. And the white man that raised us, remember I told you he owns a pharmacy and he's a pharmacist. He was taking care of us. He raised us. And then he now says to my mom, now the twins are done, kaskolo. I need one go pharmacy. I will train her and Oiwani will see what we can do.
Yeah.
So my twin sister, as a person that has always been like everything, and then she said, no, I'll go pharmacy, go pharmacy. And they trained her well, bamutrainer. She worked there as a pharmacist assistant. Yes, and they trained her and she was good. She's still good even today. You know that lady, she's a person that if Yena herself, she's sick and goes and consults to a GP and the doctor is about to prescribe some medication. She would tell the GP, no, I don't want 1, 2, 3. Prescribe 1, 2, 3. Because she was trained from the best. Yes. Even from the pharmacy. Where I come from, there's a lot of white people. Free State is a place of white people, you know. And even the white people, when they come in pharmacy they would prefer, back then, she was the only black lady amongst white people. And when the customers come in, but some meds and all that, they would prefer being assisted by her because whatever that she will give you, it will work for you. And they would always say, no, we want Mary. And she would assist them, even white people. So this guy is still in the picture, the one from high school. My twin sister is now working. I'm not working, I'm home.
Yes.
My twin sister, on her first salary, my mom is still at the white man's house. She's still staying there. On her first salary, my twin sister, it's month end. My mom, it's in the morning. They are taking a bath together. Most they are going to work. I'm not working. I'm still figuring it out. Where am I going? You understand? And my mom, my twin sister is saying, no, today it's my payday. My mom is like, I know, I'm aware. My boss told me yesterday that you are getting paid today. So we need grocery from her. We are happy that she's working and she's earning well. And my twin sister suggested that I should come at 1 o'clock when it's a lunchtime, so that she would give me money so that I can buy groceries, because in Nigeria she knocks off in the evening.
Yes. And you are available.
I'm available, so I would do the groceries and all that. And I went around lunchtime. I was standing outside there, and when I blinked, this guy is standing there, waiting for my twin sister. I don't like this guy. And I'm waiting here. He's standing there. My twin sister is still inside. She would come out anytime. And when she came out, she looked and she saw her boyfriend is there. And she went to her boyfriend's direction. I went and joined them.
She didn't come to you?
No. What's about it was planned and we didn't see it coming. What's about the title? The title of my story. I'm doing script writing. But the title of my story, I never saw it coming. As I get in too deep, you will understand. Hence, I'm saying I'm going to leave other things out because. So, and then I'm like this behind them now. And because my twin sister knows that I don't like the guy, I'm like, why not give me the money so I go separately? No, we're still going to the mall. Okay. We went. When we were inside the mall, she's asking the boyfriend, where are we going to eat? And then there was Wimpy back then. And then they went, and the guy said, no, let's go to Wimpy. What shocked me is that my twin sister's handbag was being carried by this guy, Lilofa, the one that's staying in the township. He's not working.
So the salary is with him now?
The salary, even the handbag, it's with him. And, okay. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to go for lunching, Liluna, guys. I express myself in that way because I do not like this guy. So I won't sit in the same table, Liliana, and have lunch with him. Give me money so I can go and buy groceries. That's when she started saying, no, I'm not going to give you money.
How?
My twin sister. And she gave me whatever amount it was back then, but just for taxes for me to go home.
So you went there for nothing?
Nothing.
So she changed on you when this man came.
Yo.
So the agreement you had in the morning went out of the window.
That's why I wanted to start there, because as I go deeper, you will understand why I started here.
Yes.
And I went home. And when my mom came back in the afternoon, I told my mom, listen, there's no groceries. She didn't give me the money. The boyfriend
out
was
for
there. So my
lunch.
mom knew the boyfriend now as we grew older. And I saw her working with this guy, and the guy, I explained everything that happened, that the guy was holding my twin sister's back. And, you know, we were expecting my twin sister to come back that particular day. She never came back home. Until,
What?
yeah, she never came back home. Kanti, there's plans, they are moving in together. They had already, with the amount she got her first salary, they went and bought a bed, whatever assets that I needed, kamontong. And now we didn't know about this. She never came back. She went and moved in with the guy, but rent her somewhere. Wabon?
So your mom didn't even get to enjoy her salary. She didn't do anything at home.
Yo.
And can you imagine how proud your mom was that at least her employer employed your sister and gave her like a proper job, and she didn't have to suffer
And
or look for a job after school.
My mom, as we were growing, she used to be that. We like, myself and my twin sister, remember I told you, the case of my twin is extraordinary. It's something abnormal. I kalegang. So she used to be that mother that she used to drink when we were still young, even though when we were older she stopped drinking. So whenever she's around her friends, she would be like, "Ityala mawele." Yabon, mna akiki like mna ndizala abantwana abayi-2 at the same time. It was we were a miracle even to her. So we grew up knowing that my mom habatli niksi karun.
proud of you.
Now remember that gap. Yeah, our firstborn and us, it's 12 years. Little did I know that it's always affecting my elder sister. She doesn't like it that she sees uri mama favors her twins haholo ho feta us. Like whenever she's around people, and she would always say,
talking about you
hey, if I
guys.
pass, even if I'm alone and I just happen to pass where they are seated, she would say, "Kyala la mawele na ke me wa matwin na." And that thing that she's the only one that's having twins in the family also made her ribe a treasure, something that we understand. So my mom is disappointed now. Ke a mo jwetsa ke re, "Oh, there's no groceries." She didn't come back. Only to find where they found a place to rent. They paid rent. They moved in with, and everything happened so fast. And we were astonished. And my mom, when she got to work the following day, she picked up the phone and called in the pharmacy where she works and said, "Please give my daughter the phone, bamufa phone." And my mom asked her, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm no longer staying with you guys. I'm renting my own place now." Yeah. To my mom. And when she came back in the afternoon, she told me, your twin sister, she's saying she's renting her own place. We should leave her alone. So there came that thing that we're no longer talking. We are not in good terms with her, myself, my mom. Only myself and my mom. My twin sister, my sister is staying somewhere with her husband. She's married. Remember, she's older. And she is supporting her.
Oh, your older sister supporting
My twin sister of decisions and yeah.
Okay.
Now
that's causing a division now. Now there's
that's where it starts.
2 parties. It's you and your mom and the older sister and your twin.
Hey, and she's no longer coming at home. She even if we meet in town, no one greets any. Yes, she's always with this guy. Always with this guy. Always with this guy. Okay, for like 2 years or 3 years. It's happening. She's staying with this guy. This guy is beating her up. This guy is cheating on her. Whenever remember the guy is not working. Whenever she's at work during the day, the guy who fetula the room, the motel, bringing in ladies like this. And people that knows me that I twin sister, the girlfriend to the guy, would always tell me, but I guess she doesn't want to listen. I have always kept it to myself, or I would just tell my mom, "Hey, Pela, that guy, they say it's a so." And I fell pregnant. I had a boyfriend on the side because now we were older. I fell pregnant, And now I only heard from my mom that, hey, my boss told me that your twin sister submitted a letter that she's pregnant also.
You guys were
So,
pregnant at the same time?
yes, the same year. So
And you
our
didn't even
firstborns were born the same year. Just that my son was born ka May and hers ka July.
That's so close.
Yeah.
Like 2 months.
Those are
apart.
tiny things. They're special like twins. We are born. And she's working. She's staying with this guy. She's pregnant. I never saw her that duration, pregnancy, that 9 months. Remember, she was staying there. She never saw me get that duration,
Yeah.
pregnancy.
And you're
She
not
wasn't
talking.
coming home. We are not talking because now there's somebody in the middle.
Yeah.
And I gave birth first, and she gave birth 2 months later. And so we will know, we heard in jail, your twin sister has also delivered a baby boy, and now she started suffering there in her own world where she stays. Now she's suffering because now she must start employing people to look after her own baby. I'm here, I'm at home. My mom is around. My mom, whenever she's not working, she's with us, you see. And it went on, ka life area high, until now the guy started maltreating her in a way that she lost weight to an extent that you will even think that she's sick. And she was not. She wasn't coping.
Yeah.
Now whenever I'm around, go starting in town or wherever, people will see me and say, yo, if you see your sister, if you see that guy from that area they are renting, because they were a little bit far from where we were staying. So we wouldn't know what is happening in that area. But people will come, and we were twins that we were famous, but just because we are identicals. And then we were involved in sports, we were involved in beauty pageant. So people knew Karuna.
Yeah.
Then when the guy started beating her up, that's when she started coming home. And we received her,
Embraced
and
her.
we didn't judge her. And now she was able to leave the child at home whenever she goes to work.
Okay.
And miraculously so, I was feeding her own son with my
You're
own breast.
breastfeeding.
And this child didn't have weight because he wasn't well looked after like mine. And now I have to start taking care of her child. I would breastfeed the boy the whole day. When she comes back in the afternoon, my titties are empty. And now she would want to breastfeed both of our kids, and my son would refuse. He will cry like nobody's business. Yeah. So it was like her son doesn't recognize that I'm not his mother, but my own So until Bastata Balwana too much with this guy, she would take her child and go back to the room now. And they started fighting until the day they were breaking up. I had to come and be the arbitrator now, because there was a party that I was invited to, and my twin sister wanted to be there. Now the guy refused because he was also going to that party, and he would bring another lady with him. Remember, we are not talking. My twin sister would call me, are you there? And I said, yeah, I'm there. And no, this guy is refusing me to come. But in the AMs, she came. She came, and when the guy saw her, I wasn't aware already she came. When he saw her in front of a lot of people, he started beating her. You know, when you see a dog, and one will come and pull it, the belt that's around the neck. That's what he was doing when I showed up.
Yeah.
Because somebody came, I was seated in the yard, and I was not constrating. Somebody came, and I was seated like this, and somebody said, yeah, Pulane, now somebody will never beat up my sister like that while I'm around. And I said, what's happening?
So everyone is looking at your sister.
And
getting
I'm
beaten.
relaxed. I'm not aware that she's being beaten up because of that thing. And somebody comes and passes and say, now would never. Kere, what is happening? They're beating up your twin sister.
You didn't even know she's there.
I didn't even know. It's the AMs now. I've made peace that she's not coming. Wabon. And I don't know what happened. It became dark on me. When I got there, I saw him with jacket that she was wearing. Amuhula in the street like this. I don't know where I got the strength, but I beat up that guy. Beat her to a pulp. And my younger sister was also there. And she was busy giving me stones because the street, that's where we went. And I never even gave him a chance to come near me. Whenever, remember, he's a bit tipsy also, and I don't take alcohol. So whenever he tries to come, I'm stronger. Whenever he comes to come and defend himself, I'm throwing stones. My sister is giving me stones. I'm throwing stones. If he tries to I'm putting my feet on him. I beat up the guy until I left. When I got home, it was around 3 a.m. I was not scared that day. I just walked alone to home, and I was knocking on my mother's windows like this.
Wait, where did you leave your sister?
Back there. Akira, she's having her own room, and now she's gone back to her room. And I walked alone 3 a.m. to my mother's house. When I got there, I was not scared. Like,
you're brave.
Hey, and when I got home, I was knocking at my mother's window, and she was asking, Kimang. And I said, please open up for me. She would hear my voice or it's me. When she opened, I said, you know what, police are coming. And then she was like, why? I told her the story, what happened. And she woke up. We went to my uncle's place. My uncle had a baki, and we went to that place. Because I told her, if you see your daughter, how she looks like. And when we got there, my mom was very brave. She took a bottle of Coke, the bottle that you know, and she wanted to beat that guy with your no. When I left you in my house, you are not working, she's feeding you, she's buying clothes, she's doing everything
and
for
the
you.
Anger for all those
years.
And it's just at this time you guys don't even like this guy, and now he's giving you a reason to even not like him more.
That's when I saved her. She came back home. Then they went separate ways, and she was staying at home. And 2003, she met this guy. To fast track it, they got married.
Okay.
I didn't have
guy.
With the new guy now.
Okay.
She got married to the guy. I didn't have a problem with the guy. They got married. First year, second year. No, first year alone. The guy. And remember now, I have left home. I remember I left. I'm now in the Northwest, hustling there. And now that they are married, the guy is always calling me, your twin sister is doing this, your twin sister. And now I would think my twin sister is wrong. I will always yell at my twin sister, why are you doing this? Why are you doing? Only to find out, no. It's on another level. It's the other way around. It happened, my twin sister was pregnant. She gave birth. And then shortly after she gave birth, a few months later, she got pregnant again. And when she was pregnant, the guy has started beating her up. And beating her up, he would even kneel with his own nails on top of her belly.
Knowing that
but he didn't know that she's pregnant. But whenever he beats her, like, exactly, we understand. And my twin sister, she collapsed. She was admitted. They called me. I'm in the Northwest. I hiked to hospital.
Like I'm going to my sister.
And when I got to hospital, they are telling me, the nurses and doctors, your twin sister is in theater. She should be coming back anytime. She suffered ectopic pregnancy. Ectopic pregnancy, it's when the baby is in the tubes. And so the tube, because of the beatings and the bruises that we got there, we had to go and take out the fallopian tube. So she's now living with one tube, yes. And then I called my mom. I told her that I'm around. This is what the doctors are telling me. She came out of theater when I was there, and she couldn't recognize me. Remember, they sedate you.
Yeah, that was quick. I'm saying you went there quickly.
Yeah. And she's coming out of theater. She's still drowsy because they sedated her when they were doing the procedure and all the taking out the fallopian tube and all that. And she couldn't recognize me. And you can imagine, you are here standing in front of your twin sister and she's not recognizing you. And whenever she tries to speak, like, your speech disturbance, like she's mentally disturbed. And now, because she's just coming out of a theater, she's also vomiting. And I'm like, Kinkadi vomit style like this. She will vomit in my hands, and I will hoy it inside of the vase bag next to her bed.
Yeah, that basin.
Yeah, that basin, yes. And then I left. I went home. The next morning, she was very cold. It was winter. So the next morning I was supposed to bring the slippers. I was supposed to bring also a blanket. The nurses told me so. I went the next morning with my best friend from childhood,
You're so caring, hey?
and it killed me.
Oh,
We
you're
love
so
your
caring.
sister.
Yo.
I went the next morning around 8 o'clock because in the gynae ward, remember, there's no time. You get in any time. Yes. So when I got there, my mom called. She's at work. How is she? And I told her, no, she's okay today. She can recognize me. She can talk. And I was using her phone to call my mom. And as I was explaining to my mom, the husband showed up.
Yo.
And already I am a mess because even the patients that are in the same ward with her, they are telling me, Huri, your husband's sister, he's busy abusing her emotionally. Whenever he's here, he insults her, he does this.
So it's continuing.
Yes. And when he showed up, I was like, yo, this guy. And I told I was on the phone with my mom. I remember throwing it away. I said, I don't want to put it but I was saying, this thing is here. And I threw the phone underneath those hospital beds. And when he saw me, he saw something different. Remember, we were talking, but now I'm going to change now because
now
you are
you
busy
know why
killing
your
my twin
sister's
sister.
here.
Exactly.
You understand? And when he said, Kiing, and I said, today, you need to know, nah, I am not Pulane. You are going to tell me, why are you busy killing my twin sister?
Yes.
And he started shouting, swearing, and it escalated to a very loud noise in the ward. And then doctors showed up and asked, what's happening? And then they ended up chasing him. And I was left with my twin sister. And a day later, she was discharged. I ran to the hospital in the morning with my cousins.
Don't take her.
With my cousin and my best friend from childhood. And we were like, because he wants to come and take my twin sister to her mother's home so that they can abuse her. Because now the husband has told his mother at home, which is the mother-in-law to my twin sister, yo, twin ya hai iteng, he used to call me a bully, and I am not. I just set a record straight, or you are not going to do it.
Yes.
So I remember I was pushing the wheelchair as we were going to the car, and I saw them coming. Yeah, I
would act like that also.
I saw them coming with his mother. Remember, she's discharged. I got there before them, so I saw them coming from afar, him and his mother, and I'm pushing a wheelchair. And when I saw them, my cousins and my friend, they are scared, and I said, push this wheelchair to the car. I will wait for them here.
Deal with them.
And I waited, and they passed. They didn't even see that my twin sister is already being put in the car. Remember, she couldn't walk properly.
Oh, yes.
So they're thinking she's inside.
When I realized that they're thinking she's inside, I went to the car. So we went home.
Yeah.
So I stayed a little bit of days, and then I went back to my life go Northwest. It happened. I was an intern in Northwest. Then I got my permanent job here in Gauteng 2006 and Pretoria. So I wanted to spend my first salary with my family. When I wanted to spend my first salary with my family, I came home immediately when I got my first salary. That is Vialcom. When I got home, my twin sister, remember now she's married, she's staying at her own house with her husband.
Back.
She came when she heard that I'm around.
Okay.
She came home when she knocks off in the
saying
afternoon.
After that incident.
She always goes back. She took 17 years doing one thing.
Yo.
She always goes back. So I'm home. Everybody's happy. Like, Pulane uteng. My mom was a people's person, so everybody will always be. There's always people at home. You see. So my twin sister, when she knocks off at 5, she comes home. She sees me. She sees it. And she says, you know what? Let me go to my house and ask my husband that I'm coming to sleep here because you are around now that you are staying far, and I see you after a long time. And she went and she never came back. Around 11-12 p.m. she called my phone, and Runa, we are at rest. We're like, no, she's not coming back. And she said, listen, I didn't have a car back then. She said, listen, remember I just started working. Come and pick me up. I'm in the streets. I'm in my PJs and my husband is beating me up. He just got home. I asked him that, listen, can I drive home and sleep at home because my twin sister is around? And he said, what's special about your twin sister? It's called cutting the umbilical cord. We're now cutting the umbilical cord that was joined Remember, our umbilical cord is not the same as those, your normal births. Yes. And he beat her up, and then he took the car keys of my twin sister. He took the house keys, and he chased her away from the street. And I went to my neighbor's house, and they got a car. And I said, listen here, this is the story. Hey, let's go. And my mom was there. My elder sister was there. My younger sister was there. We went as a family with this guy to my sister's place. And when we got there, as we entered their street, my twin sister is coming running.
In the street.
She's running, and then she knows the car, it's a neighbor's car. So she's recognizing it from afar. And then she comes running and she's like, please, Pulane, ask. My husband is saying he's going to...
You want to make things worse.
No, now it gets worse. My husband is saying he's going to... because she's interfering in my marriage. And I asked my twin sister, how am I interfering in your marriage? No, he heard me when I was calling you that you should come and pick me up. And then I said, no, don't worry, I'm going to come out of the car. And I came out of the car. Highly pregnant.
You risked your life.
Highly pregnant. Mina, 8 months pregnant. And I came out of the car. I know I didn't do anything to this guy, and we are not in speaking terms. You see. And he came out with what they call sabole, a brand new one with a price on it. He kept on chasing me with it.
So he's been planning.
Chasing you.
Chasing
and your
me.
mom is there.
My mom is there. My elder sister is there.
The neighbor is there.
The neighbor is there. A man, to make matters worse. He's chasing me with a sabul. I'm trying to run. So luckily, he was wearing those sandals. Sabodi Ricardo, the vintage ones. You see, they were slippery most inside, and he was a bit tipsy as well. As he was busy chasing me with a kasabule, and remember, I'm pregnant. And when he fell down because of the slippery of his shoes, that's when I was able to open the car and locked myself in the car. That's when he started taking stones, wanted to break the car. That's when the man stood up and said, now you are looking for my trouble. Because this is my car. And imagine, there was a time where we started in the house. That's when he wanted to beat me up. And he pushed me and I fell on the ground. And it's like... He was holding me like this, and I was on my knees, and he was taking me out of his compound, his yard. And already I'm bleeding here because now I was on my knees and he was...
That time he knows you're pregnant. You can see it's about 8 months pregnant. Like,
and it's showing. It's
showing
big.
You're big.
Yeah. And he's holding me here. I'm on my knees and he's busy pulling me out of his gate. So I'm in the car now. I'm feeling the blood is coming out. I carry the bruises and the abrasions and all that. Yes, and I was in the car and so my mom and this guy went in and they were like, please give us our clothes, our daughter's clothes and everything. Yes. And they packed everything in my sister's car and they left with my sister. We went home. When we got home, I said, I'm not sleeping. Police station. When we got to police station, I'm with my twin sister now.
You must get arrested.
Yeah. And I said, listen, I'm no mercy.
Yeah.
No mercy. My twin sister is here with me. She's driving with me. When we got there, the guy that was assisting us, it happened to be a guy that we grew up with. He was playing soccer with my twin sister. Okay. He's now a policeman. Yes. And it was so easy for me to narrate because now he's someone that we grew up with. And I opened the case. My twin sister also wrote a statement that is supporting my statement now. And now the case is opened. The following day, the CIDs came to our address, our home. And this old man, I remember, he said, we need to take you to hospital for checkup because according to the scenario that the narrated story, the scenario we got there, even the baby might get harmed. So they took me to a government hospital at home. And then I was put into sauna because I also had bruises on my belly as well. I was pink, and they checked the baby if the baby is fine, and they found out the baby is still fine, but the bruises are still there. And I had to go back to Pretoria. Remember, I'm working now. I'm in Pretoria. I had to go back to Pretoria and. The old man that was an Elena Atsori case, he called me this particular day and he said, you know what, we need to arrest this guy. We got a warrant of arrest, but we are always at his house. He's not around. My twin sister, okay, at home.
At home, yeah. Okay.
And I asked my twin sister, she was still on my side. when is your husband working? She said, on so day.
Yeah.
On that particular day, they went at his workplace.
Yeah.
It's a hospital.
Yeah.
So he was arrested in his work uniform. That's what he wanted. Akiri, he was running away from his house.
Yes,
he was
yes,
somewhere
yes.
hiding from the police. He knew that I would go straight to
knew.
yes. So they arrested him while he was on duty.
Yo.
And that old man called me, listen, we got him, we arrested him, we found him at work. He was arrested, he's working for the government.
Whoa. Yo.
And we will give you the date for coming to court. Yes, for the court date. And I think he stayed a few days and he was bailed out by his parents. He was a brat. From his parents' side, I'm still saying it today, he was a brat. Oh, they bailed him out. My twin sister now knows the husband is in jail. She goes to her house. When the husband comes out, I think she also helped with the bail money. My twin sister. Because now the in-laws are threatening her that, listen here, if our son goes to jail because of your sister's issue, your marriage is over.
So you are like a problem here.
Do you understand why I started from from when we were from the first guy? Yes. Do you understand? Now the umbilical is being cut. They are using a razor and they are busy cutting it little by little. And I received a date. It happened in November. I received a date that we are going to court in January the following year.
Yeah.
And I went to court. The last time I saw my twin sister was when I was leaving home after the whole ordeal. And I'm seeing her now after this whole thing. And I heard also that she has gone back to her house. She's now living with the husband. Remember, the husband is bailed out.
Now they are good.
They are good.
Hey.
The shock of my life.
Your sister will spoil
my mom is at work.
Hi.
I came with my aunt, my sister's, my mother's sister.
She's a forgiver, clearly.
It dealt with me. You want that forgiver?
Yeah.
It dealt with me.
For someone that almost killed you and your baby. And her. And all this time you're trying to save her, actually.
And she goes back to the guy.
She goes back to the people who keep abusing her and you keep saving her out. But she
and remember when this incident happens, already she doesn't have a fallopian tube.
Because of
this very man. We understand? And she... in court, we are now in court. You know, court, this side it's banks, this side it's banks, and then it's a corridor. Everyone is passing up and down. And when we were seated there with my aunt, because my mom was at work, so they couldn't excuse her for some certain reasons. And she asked my aunt to accompany me. Yes. And she came in with the husband. She didn't even come to greet. Now I was not even aware that we are no longer speaking terms.
You thought
she's not even greeting me because she's scared of the husband. Yeah. She didn't even come to greet my aunt.
It's also fear and she's probably just so used to being comfortable and having a man in her life that she can't even live with herself.
Well. She's used. That's the right word.
Since she was a child,
she loved it.
Sometimes you're so
she
traumatized
was to it. Actually,
sometimes you're so traumatized by something that you wanted close to you. You know, she needed therapy from the first abuse. She was supposed to get help. So her mind is telling her this is normal.
Yeah, everything to her was normal
because it keeps happening to you.
Actually, you look like the crazy one. Like, can you just calm down? Can't you just... Yeah,
you're
gonna start looking like the crazy one.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Where is your sister now?
Wait, in court.
In court. Let's talk about court because that's where... Before we get to that. In court, she's not even greeting us. She's not greeting my aunt. She's not greeting me. And then the last time I checked, we were okay when I left home for Pretoria. And as I was seated, they are seated there with the husband. We are sitting here. There came a prosecutor. He's a tall man, white man. And then he calls out my name. And I stood and went to the prosecutor and he said, oh, listen here, I'm Mr. So-so-so. I'm a prosecutor. Yeah. I'm handling your case. I just wanted to let you know that your sister has changed her statement.
Hi.
And we are like 10 minutes.
Hey.
We are almost 10 minutes.
So you are alone.
I'm alone. You are on your own.
You don't have a witness. You are alone.
Remember, people were saying, you must take a lawyer. And I said, I'm not taking a lawyer. I was not wrong. In this case, if it's like this, if my twin sister is now she wrote a new statement supporting her husband.
No
As if
way.
I have invited myself to their place.
She called you to come
She
and
called
save
me
her.
ka 11 p.m., 12 p.m.
night.
and said, come and save me, come and pick me up. We found her on the street. To make matters worse, where the place that they were staying, it's the last street of the area, so it's bushes all over on the side. We found her on the street. She even recognized the car.
Consider the fact that she's an abused victim.
Yes.
So anything she does, she's not saying.
she's
They
not.
need to consider that. She's not saying,
She's
she went back to it. She's
manipulated.
She is
manipulated.
also
She's
manipulative
brainwashed.
herself. She is also manipulative herself because that guy taught her a lot of things. Say that we are never. Remember, at home, I'm a born again
She's
Christian.
not the twin sister that you grew up
Now
with.
I got born again at the age of 21. There used to be crusades back then. So at the back of our house there used to be a very big ground where the boys play their football and all that. So they would always put a tent there, and then you would hear guitars playing, music playing, and I would always say to my mom, no, I'm going to church in the evening. I'll come back around 9 p.m. when they're done. Little did I know that I'm being saved. And my mom didn't see it coming. Remember, Ekaya there, she believes in ancestrals. So she didn't mind me going there, but she wasn't aware that I'm actually withdrawing. Lena, I didn't know. But after the crusades thing, I found a church that I belong to, that I go to and serve there. And it's only then she realized, now I'm doing something that they are not approving of. I'm not supposed to do mistakes. And I'm just a baby Christian. I'm doing steps, your baby steps, your toddler steps, And
Okay, so court. So did you win the case?
no, Mamela, what happened? Court because it killed me. And I'm like, to the prosecutor, we are standing and they are looking at us. He says, listen, your twin sister has changed her statement. She wrote a new statement that is supporting her husband. And I said, how? Is it possible? He said, yeah, it's possible. It's a husband. And then he said, don't worry. The magistrate knows these things. A white man. When 10 minutes later, we were called in. When we called in, we stood in front of the judge, the three of us, they called our names out there, present. And then, there's always people that they don't have why they always go to court to go and eavesdrop. There's people who are already sitting there and it's morning, it's around 9 a.m. There's people that are doing that for life.
Yes.
That they always, yes. They go to court
open
every
to
day. Just
anyone.
there. It's open
You
to
sit
everyone.
And listen
You
to
sit and
people's
listen. You don't have anything to do. You don't have a job. You don't have anything. Yeah, they do that.
So you like, who's these people?
Yeah, there's people that are sitting there and then he realized, okay, this one is the one that is married to the guy. Then he asked my twin sister to go out and he told her straight, listen, don't go. Just go and sit outside. I will call you. And then they started cross-questioning me. And I was told to say, listen, this is the statement from the plaintiff. This is the statement that he wrote. So when your answer will be yes, no, if it's true what he wrote. Okay. So I was like, no, until number 15. Because he lied. Yes, of what transpired between us, yes. And then when it was his turn, when it was his turn, they cross-questioned him because he had a lawyer. I didn't take a lawyer. So they cross-questioned him and he kept lying. And then the magistrate would even ask him to demonstrate how his door looks like, how he was pulling me. And he would answer the magistrate and say, she doesn't have a house. How does she know even a door when she doesn't even have a house? He's answering the magistrate.
An emotional abuse of note.
So when they were done cross-questioning him, that's when the magistrate said they can call in my twin sister. Now, remember, my twin sister didn't hear
what the
husband was saying, defending himself. And then she is being asked the same questions that were referred to the husband, and she didn't hear. Now, she's off-ramping to swear.
Because she didn't brief
and Kamona, she promised the husband, I'm on your side. And at the end of the day, the magistrate told my twin sister straight, it was a white man with a very long beard like this. He told her that you are betting with your twin sister when she was trying to save you. Listen, I found out this guy is very dangerous. He actually applied for a gun. Had he had a gun,
He would
have, yes, that's what my...
Yes.
So, and now as a magistrate, henceforth, I cancel. There is no company in South Africa that will sell you a gun. You are very dangerous to yourself, to the community and your surroundings. So it was cancelled in court. And he said, I am seeing there's cases that your wife is always calling police on you, and then she will go back and cancel the case at the same time. So you are actually abusive. And he said, when he's going to deal with you. Because when you bet with your teens, you put your sister's head on the block for this man that you don't even know. And he's always beating you up. And the magistrate he gave the guy a 6 months kahari trial, or he must pay fine 10,000 right away. So the lawyer, the guy had already told him, you are not going to win the case. You must prepare a fine, because if you don't pay a fine, you are going under
jail.
And if you go to jail, your job is when you work for the government. If you go to jail, you don't have a job anymore. Yes.
So he came with cash ready.
My twin sister borrowed money at her workplace.
No way.
I watched my twin sister paying the 10,000 that was asked for a fine. With my aunt like this, and she was paying. The guy is still on the stand, and he didn't go down because now they paid the fine, and they went together away to their house, and we went home, and I went back to work in Pretoria. 2 years we were not in speaking terms because of that.
Is she still married?
They separated. They got married in 2003. They separated 2019, and the divorce was final in 2021.
How's your relationship with your twin now?
Rotten.
Let's come back for a part 2 to finish that up.
Rotten.
Yeah. I'm hurt. I'm hurt in so many ways. I don't know. It's personal to me because
it's years now. Years.
Okay.
It's rotten.
You know what? We're definitely gonna come back for a part 2 because
We have
of time.
to.
And we need to follow up on the story.
Yay!
Like, I need to drink water ASAP.
I need to breathe.
Because what did we just hear?
And it's just the beginning. Yes, we need a part 2.
It's
Part
just
2
the
and
beginning.
part 3, we're coming back with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, San Fam, for watching. Please make sure you comment down below. Let us know your feedback. What do you think? So much to discuss on this topic. Please do not watch without commenting. I love my comment street, and I look forward to that. Social media, let's go. Let's see you there. Thank you, Sis Pulane.
Thank you.
I
And I
need
cannot
to give
wait.
you a hug after
Yeah,
this
you
as well.
deserve it. From myself, Innocent.
And myself, Millicent.
You are joined, and you understand that.
Better leave arms.
Amen.
And us, Pulane, and our incredible team are working very hard to make this possible. It is. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
I've been through the most.